constitution. You
I accept
are
the constitution.
you are
I
a
accept the
citizen.
constitution.
No, you are not
But
accepting
I'm
the
not
constitution.
accept your point.
No,
What
we
type
are
of
trying to give
what type of
reservation.
reservation you want to give to the women? What type of reservation
Sir,
you want
in
to
the
give?
all aspects, whether in the education,
Yes,
whether
very
in the
good.
politics, whether in the
And
health,
what is
in all aspects, we are trying to
listen
make them
me.
equal.
What is the main agenda and what is the main purpose of giving education? Cricket, in football, in politics, everywhere girls are there.
Yes,
Even
sir.
you see the latest, what is that results of 10th, okay, 12th. Everywhere girls are toppers, right? So today we are going to talk about should women be given reservation, and this talk is going on everywhere in India right now. Even in the parliament and even on the road, people are talking about reservation. Once again in 21st century, in 2026, we have started talking about should women be given reservation. These people will let you know what is right and what is wrong. Do we need to follow it or do we need to stop it? So, okay, we are here today. You see the sitting arrangement and you must understand we are going to talk. No, we are going to fight actually. This is not a friendly talk. This is a war actually. Yes, and war for the rights. And rights, are talked only in the books, in the constitutions. When it comes to give the rights, it becomes always what? Discriminatory, okay? People discriminate, all right, on the basis of one's religion, on the basis of gender, okay? And mostly it is happening on the basis of genders actually. Still, 50% of population is not given their rights and they are not equal. Why? This is a question. And this question is going to be uncovered and reply why these two speakers and debaters, right? They are going to speak about should a woman be given reservation, and even I need opinion of the audience as well, right? And even the audience, okay, offline audience will also give their opinion. All right, so here we have, you believe that a woman must be given reservation and he believes that no, ulta. Okay, sorry for that. He believes that a woman must be given reservation and he believes that a woman doesn't need any reservation right now. Okay, why? He believes that a woman is capable of doing everything. All right, and he believes a woman must be given reservation because still a woman is not equal actually. Okay, so I'm just leaving at you and for you. You decide who is better, Mr. Mudit or Mr. Chandrajit. Mic is yours, okay? Chaliye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, in our constitution, it is beautifully written that we have Article 14 and Article 15. Though Article 14 talks about the right to equality, but we are a democratic country, we talk about the equity. That is equality on the basis of when everyone is on the same provisions. We cannot compare a person who is earning just 100 rupees and from the Ambani who is earning a crores and rupees. So these are the articles made. In the Article 15 clause 3, there is especially written women must be given reservation. Government have to make the provisions for giving the women a reservation. Why? Because we have seen from the past times we have suppressed the women from their rights. And especially we can take the example right now, notes about the past. We can take example right now that women's percentage in our society is about 49% and males percentage is about 51%. But still their participation in different aspects, whether education, whether politics, is only 14 to 15%. Is the real justice?
So first, say me, why you think women need reservation?
I explained you right now.
You say that because of equality, okay, women have less than amount of men.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, that's you said we are not in equal right now, so you need reservation.
Obviously.
Okay, in the past, I know in the past women's have faces many troubles, lots of things. Okay, so what do you think? In this time, girls beat a boy. Okay, someone beats a boy, a man. Someone troubled you. someone abusing you. So we need reservation. So I will go to the parliament and I will say, please give me reservation because they beat me, they abusing me, they troubled me.
See, that means you are condemning the whole society of women that if they are getting the reservation, they will only fight. How you can prove that if they will get reservation, they will only fight and they will only go to parliament, someone beated me? Don't you think this will improve the participation in the different aspects of the society? As recently government introduced in 2023 Nari Shakti Bandhan Adhiniyam just to introduce the reservation for the women to make the reserved seats about 33% in the parliament and especially for the state legislature. Why? Because to follow the constitutional rights, we are a greatest democratic country. Don't forget never that we are greatest democratic country. We must have to follow our constitutional right.
You need reservation, okay? So you don't believe in constitution?
I believe in constitution.
If you believe in constitution, so I don't think you need reservation because constitution have a lots of rules, lots of laws to save the women. So I don't think women need reservation. If I talk about reservation, I will give you lots of points. First is, you know, in our country have more than 50% reservation, and government provide SC, ST, OBC, and all categories reservation, and that categories, women has also come on those categories. So women has also the reservation. So why the women need more reservation? Why?
See,
Governments giving you the reservation. So why you need more?
see, government is giving the reservation, and it's
More than
especially-
33%. More than
It's
33%.
obviously by the name of the caste and gender. Why they are giving reservation? Because when our constitution formation peoples, they were talking about we have to become the equalized person. If some person is on this level, we have for make them equal. We have to give them tool who are on this level to make them equalized.
Okay.
And for that they gave the reservation for the different castes and all the things. And especially that was the condition for the women. We as a male was suppressing from the long time past times women. We cannot give any rights to them in our society. So women must be given reservation for that.
You think women are weak in right now?
See, I am not talking about
past.
I am not talking about women's
Support.
Yes,
and this
sir.
is the mentality of the people that they believe that women is still weak. Right.
Yes, sir.
I am not talking about the women are weak. You as a
No,
male, see,
your point so that
the person in the society. Let me give you example. Let me give you example. The person in the society who are male, there's times. Okay, complete your point.
You talk about equality. Okay.
Okay.
Equality is a tool. Okay. Reservation is a golden tool. All categories, boys, transgenders, stand in the wood tool, and reservation. We should reservation to the women, and women stand. Women will stand on the golden tool. That is fair.
That's not the golden tool.
No,
I am talking about
reservation is
that's
golden
the.
tool.
I am
How
talking
can you
about
say
the,
that is
yeah,
not-
obviously because that's the just to give a certain push.
not a certain push.
Yeah, obviously give the certain push. It's not about the giving the
certain
golden
push.
push and all the things.
Have 5,000
have
years
you-
for that, yeah. Now it's over.
Have-
You need to think India is already 80 years of freedom, yeah. How can you need, every time this thing?
You talking
Okay,
about,
let's take example.
Past.
We are
You're talking about past.
Okay, let me complete my point. Let me complete my point. As you are talking about, as you are talking about that in our constitution that we are.
No, you're talking about constitution.
Obviously.
Okay. You're talking about in the past, women faced lots of troubles, lots of problems. Okay.
Yes.
In the past, we didn't have constitution, but after the independence, we have a constitution, and after that, show me the case. Women in trouble. Show me the
Yeah,
case.
there are lots of cases.
No.
How you guys? Okay, let
show
me
me the
give you.
proof, na.
Why
Show me
there
the
is
proof.
written in the
Show
constitution
me
that
the
women
proof.
must be given?
No, I'm not.
That is the
No,
proof.
I will not accept your
that
point.
means
No, I will not accept
that
your
means you
point.
are not accepting the constitution. You
I accept
are
the constitution.
you are a
I accept the
citizen.
constitution.
No, you are not
But
accepting
I
the
will not
constitution.
accept your point.
No. In the constitution,
Show
if
me
you
the
are
proof
not
that I will
accepting,
accept
I
it.
am just quoting all the points of the constitution. If you are not accepting my points of giving the reservation, you are not accepting the constitution.
In the constitution,
You
no.
are the citizen of India, a democratic country. No, I cannot accept your
written
point.
already in Article 16, Clause 2.
Where what is written in Article 16 Clause 2? Can you give me the example? Where anywhere written that women shouldn't be given reservation? Can you prove it?
In Article
Where it is written that women shouldn't be given
in Article
reservation?
16 clause 2 has already written.
Okay,
in a
what's
big,
written?
In a big words.
Okay, what's written? Can you prove?
Reservation only wants SC/ST categories. Okay,
It's the other
First,
things
first
that
is
you
a-
are talking about. But it is
I'm
not
not
written that women
no.
shouldn't be given reservation in the Article 16 Clause 2.
When Constitution said,
But it is clearly written in Article
when Constitution
15.
said,
No,
when Constitution
you
said
are diverting the
reservation
topic.
as a gender.
Gentlemen, you are diverting the topics on the name of the reservation for the caste and all the
No,
things.
I'm just-
but I am
I'm just
talking about the
asking a
women
question.
reservation.
I'm just
I am
asking a
talking.
question.
Yeah, obviously, that's the written clearly in the Constitution in Article 15, Clause 3. Women's government have to make provisions for women, but there is nowhere written that women shouldn't be given reservation in our Constitution.
Okay, let's see, let's think about. Okay, let's think about. Let's think about government gives you reservation more than 50%. Okay,
Okay.
what will happen? What will happen?
Let me
First,
give
first I
example.
see first I will
Okay.
say you what will happen. You know, more than 33% reservation in our country, especially in Bihar, more than
Yes,
33%.
obviously.
And SC/ST OBC categories has also give the reservation to the women.
Yes.
Okay, so you know the Sarpanch Pati.
Yes.
You know that?
No, I don't.
No, I will explain you. In election, governments provide a reservation to the women to fight and stand in the election. Okay. After that, you go to the sarpanch, you go to the villages, and show them women's win. After women's win, their husband, their sons ruling the rules. Okay, and women are making food. So that is right.
See, it's not about the Sarpanch Pati, whatever you are talking about. See, we are giving the reservation for women if they are elected, because now at this time, about 14 lakh plus women are getting elected in the different parliaments or legislative assemblies. And that is giving the push, and that's made them in the performance of all these
You
situations.
think all women are beggar?
No, I don't think all women are women.
Yes.
No,
You think
that's
no.
that's
If you
not my
if you
thinking.
don't
I
think,
am
you
just
don't
talking
think, you
about.
don't fight
Okay,
for
let me
as a reservation.
as you earlier talked about what will be the result or consequences for the giving the reservation. Let me correct you that from our constitution when it started in 1950, at that time women's participation is just 5%, and now it is about 15%. It's increasement. And when we formalized the rule of about in article that is 72nd and 73rd, that is Amendment Act, we formalized the rule for Panchayati Raj reservation for the women. And after that time, from just 10 to 15% performance or participation in the politics, women's performance came about 33%. Even in some states, it came about 50%. So how you can say that there is no effect by giving the reservation? There is lots of effects. They are participating more and more.
Oh, more and more. I accept that. I accept that women are participating more and more. Okay, but what's the problem? You know that. In 21st century, we're talking about equality. So where is equality? Where is equality?
Equality doesn't.
No,
Equality
first
means
listen.
that equity on the basis of all. You cannot compare. I said you earlier also. You cannot
No, in
compare
today's time-
a person
in today's
who
time-
is
no,
earning
no,
100
no.
rupees.
In
No,
today's
you have to
time,
say
women talk
person who
about-
is
women talk
earning
about,
100
yes,
rupees and person
than
is crore.
boys. I'm more capable than other genders. So why they need reservation?
Okay, let me give you example.
If you need reservation, you think
India
no,
is
if you
in the
need reservation, you
gender
think-
gap in the gender gap index. India is on the 48th position in 146 ranking, but some countries like Iceland,
Okay. That's why
Finland.
you need
No,
reservation.
first listen my points and try to understand my points. And countries like Finland, Holland, these countries are on the top levels, and there is no any type
Because
of
of
gender
reservation.
No, see, there is no gender gap index, and they provide the reservation to women
Yes,
to
reservation
make
is not solution.
to
Reservation
equalize.
is not
That is the solution.
No,
They show
that is
the
a temporary solution.
you cannot
not
say
a permanent
they show
solution.
that means you are accepting.
No,
even
I'm
the
not
temporary
accepting.
No,
I'm
you are
saying
accepting even that is the temporary solution.
Permanent.
You are accepting
I
that
said
even
permanent, not temporary.
it's about the
Sorry.
countries who are providing. There is no gender gap index, and we have a lots of gender gap. in our participation of the different aspects, whether we can talk about the health aspect, whether we can talk about the education, whether in the politics. Okay, let me give you example. Why recently government introduced Nari Shakti Bandhan Adhiniyam, and even all the party is supporting, and by the supporting of all the party, whether opposition
You know what?
or whether in the government.
If I talk about politics, I will say you the answer. I
Okay,
will give you the
say
answer.
the
Okay,
answer.
you talk about
Please.
politics.
Okay, park this question. Okay, audience has one question. You need to remember that question. Actually, can you please tell your question, Miss?
all the
Ashi?
all the situations you are talking about, that should be more better if they earn by efforts.
Yeah, effort should be there. Free में कुछ नहीं मिलना चाहिए. She wants to say that. Okay. Any
We are not beggar, we women are not beggar. We can provide ourselves, we can strengthen ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Pass the mic. Pass the mic, please. Do you have any answer, gentlemen?
Yes, I have lots of answer, and we are providing the reservation that to make the equality in our society, because they want participation. They are not beggar, but they want participation in the society, because for all the laws and the rules, a male cannot decide for all the laws and rules for the women, because they have also the experience of, as a human beings, experience of domestic violence, of experience of their health. They know in the better way. We may, as a male cannot formalize all the laws and rules regarding that for the women.
I have one question here. I have one question. See, it's almost 80 years of our freedom. All right. And still, you believe that women are not equal. Right. So I believe it has become the mentalities of a lot of Indian actually. They want things for free. Right. And it has become the culture of our politics actually. This has become the tools to win the election actually. People are not going to make the women or any categories equal. They are going to use this type of tools to win the elections only. This is what my point is actually. If we want to make our country people equal, we need to have that attitude, not reservation. If you give money to a beggar, he will not leave begging. He will do it again, and he understands it's his birthright. Same thing is happening. A lot of Indians, okay, on the basis of gender, on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion as well, these people started believing that what reservation and freebies are their rights actually. This is weakening the India. This is weakening the India. ये India को कमजोर कर रहा है actually. We are wasting our a lot of money on reservation and distributing things for free. Bijli free, pani free, everything free. What type of people we are trying to make in our country? They will stop loving their jobs actually, and because of this, only 15% people in any jobs, in any offices are interested to work, and rest 85% people are not interested to work. They do not work well in their workplace actually. This has become our mentalities actually. What do you want to say on this? Please tell me.
So as you talk about different reservations and all the aspects for giving them freebies and all the things, but I think that is another aspect, and giving the reservation because we have also the laws and rules for giving the reservation for the different castes and all in our society. But this aspect, when you talk about the giving the reservation for the women, it's just to eliminate the gender gap participation in our society.
See, because please. Main motto of giving reservation is what? To equalize everyone?
Yes, sir, yes.
Right or wrong?
Yes, right.
Okay, if these guys are not trying to become equal, can you make them equal? I gave you very beautiful example of beggar actually. If you provide them anything for free, they will not leave begging. They will beg. They will again beg. No, you
women
cannot
are not beggar. You cannot say that women are beggar.
You are telling that women are beggar.
No,
I have just given an
not,
example.
So
actually.
as you said that if you provide money to the women, we are not providing only money like
What do
things
you
for
mean
the
by
women.
that? Okay,
We are providing providing
type of reservation you want to give?
Sir,
Where there is no money. What
we
type
are
of
trying to give
what type of
reservation-
reservation you want to give to the women? What type of reservation
Sir,
you want
in
to
the
give?
all aspects, whether in the education,
Yes,
whether
very
in the
good.
politics, whether in the
And
health,
what is
in all aspects, we are trying to
listen
make them
me.
equal.
What is the main agenda and what is the main purpose of giving education? At last, the ultimate purpose of everything is money, right or wrong?
Right.
The ultimate purpose of everything is what they want to become financially strong, right or wrong?
Right.
So, what is this?
Sir, but in our constitution, as per DPSP, we are not a developed nation. We have all the things in a better
Arey
way.
bhai, how much
But
time do you need to make your nation developed? Okay,
Sir,
reservation is
for
only
the-
the tool make the nation
obviously,
developed.
sir,
Yeah.
if we are not
You're
able,
wasting a lot of
sir,
money
if
on
we
this.
are not able to eliminate the gender gap and participation of our country, we cannot make a developed nation. How we can make our country a developed nation? Because as
So
per
intelligence, okay, and talent will make our nation better actually. And you're supporting the people even who are not ready to do anything, okay. And if they are not ready, we must do everything on the basis of intelligence, okay. If somebody is not able to make any aeroplane, we need to give them reservation. Beta, chalo maka banao, ek aeroplane banao. Because of that, what is happening actually? We are not able to create the quality things actually. That is the problem.
Sir, that's the problem. But when you
hope
talk,
the question is done, okay. Please, yeah.
okay, so as we are talking about, it is the necessity of our society to give the reservation for the women's, because we have seen a lots of result for by giving the reservation. Because why we are giving reservation, we have to see the consequences of this. Even after giving the reservation, we have seen the participation increases in our society in different aspects. Women are taking respects in the education, in the health field, every field, even in the farming fields, they are giving the respects by the help of the reservation, and their participation increased day by day, and obviously that is increasing. And we are common, because earlier we have a lots of gender gap index, but right now we are trying to eliminate all the gender gap index and make our country developed nation. And for making our country developed, we must have to eliminate, because when we talk about the economy of our country, our GDP, if the women will participate, women's participation in our economy or GDP is just about 20 to 25%. And if they will participate, definitely it will lead to the increase of GDP about 20 to 30%.
That's a funny question. That's a funny question. Because of reservation, I will give you the reservation. How can you say that women's give our best in for our country? Because if you need reservation, so you are not able to do anything.
Yes.
So what? You are not able.
Okay.
If you are able, so you don't need reservation. If you are talking about if you are talking about developed country don't gives you reservation.
How you can say they become developed by eliminating the gender gap index. You cannot divert the
I'm
topic.
talking
They
about
eliminated the gender
reservation.
gap between their all the males and females. You cannot say for becoming developed nation. How you can say?
To cover the gap of equality.
How?
Okay, lots
Can
of
you give
way.
me some examples? Lots of way are you talking about? Can you give me some examples?
Yes, I will give example.
By not only giving the reservation, so we can make.
I will give a best education.
Okay.
I will give a freedom
Okay.
Yes.
and lots of things.
Lots of things. That's
But-
very beautiful
but-
point
but-
you have corrected.
But we don't give reservation. Reservation is a snake.
Okay.
Reservation is
Let me give
first
you.
listen.
I have a point. Okay. Complete.
Reservation is a snake. A reservation is an insect. Is eating our it is eating our constitution. It is eating our development.
Okay. Okay. I need a question. You have some question? Please take the mic. Can you see the mic? Is that working? Okay. See the lights out. Fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Please.
And if government remove the reservation today, can you guarantee women equal chance for every field?
In reservation, you are free. In reservation, government gives you reservation right now.
Yes.
After that, women are not coming on the stand in front of every field.
How can you say that every fields girls are there?
You know the
And you know, cricket is also girls are there.
you know the condition of
They are because of their reservation. Can you please give me? Can you stand here? Okay, can you handle this thing? Okay, she is telling that in cricket girls are there. Okay, in football girls.
No, no.
Excuse me. No,
Bhaiya
please
said-
stop. No, please stop. Please stop. You made your point. She said in cricket, in football, in politics, everywhere girls are there.
Yes,
Even
sir.
you see the latest, what is that, results of 10th, okay, 12th, everywhere girls are toppers, right?
Yes,
Means what?
sir.
Girls have improved, okay, girls have got everything now, girls are equal. They do not need any reservation now.
After government gave the reservation.
After, oh wow, okay, one batsman come because of
After
reservation.
that, girls are growing.
Please listen to me. No, you cannot shout.
Before,
You cannot
no, sir.
shout. Seriously, I'm telling you.
Please listen to me firstly.
please tell me.
Before the reservation, girls are suppressing and girls are not going to the college and schools. How can you say
Now
that?
you need to stop. Now listen to me.
After reservation, girls
Okay,
are
this is the
growing
problem of
and
reservation. Even you are not able to speak.
you are suppressing me. You are suppressing me. That's why girls need
Talent should be
reservation.
respected. Talent should be respected. So don't fight individual fighting. Okay, give me one point. Listen to me. In cricket, okay, and you said about stop it. You talked about cricket, you talked about football, you talked about many things. Okay, you tell me, if one cricketer is there, Mithali Raj is there. Let's take an example. Okay,
Yes, sir.
she is a woman cricketer and very great cricketer, right? She has come because of reservation in cricket.
She has a passion.
What do you need there?
She has passion.
Passion. That's what I am telling you. If you want, listen
But
to me.
you-
If you want something, your talent is there, and you can not beg. Give me reservation, okay?
What's
you
your
will
problem,
fight,
sir?
okay?
You want to become a beggar, and you gave
you will fight. And you will achieve your status. You will achieve your position, and you will gain your position.
But
top
boys
position,
boys
please
don't
do not depend on
achieve
reservation,
the.
okay? India has, it's 80 years of freedom, okay? Do not do it again, huh? Please stop it. Now you are equal, and you should not need reservation. Leave it, okay?
You divert my question.
No, I'm not
sir.
diverting.
Yes,
What
sir.
is this,
Yes,
yaar?
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not diverting,
it's reality.
actually. Okay.
And you suppress the girls. That's why. That's why girls need reservation.
No,
Yes.
sir gives you freedom.
Yeah.
So talk about-
Talent. Yeah, please continue.
My question is
only 5
done.
minutes. I
Done.
need
That's done.
just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You're great, actually.
So as we are talking about recently, as sir also talked about, that as you talked about earlier, that we have to provide the best education, best health system and all the things. But as she also asked a beautiful question, can you guarantee that we can, if we are providing the best education, can you make the equal percentage of the girls and boys? Because we are suppressing the girls from our home itself. How you can make them out of the class?
I will give you reservation 100%. Okay, she will become a doctor.
Okay.
After that, he is trying to she is trying to operation. Okay, patient will be died.
Okay.
It's our reservation.
Okay, let me.
That's the power
I
reservation.
I am not talking about giving the reservation of all the things. You are talking about a very
You
silly
know the
question.
condition.
No.
First listen.
You are
I will
talking.
give example more.
Okay,
I will
give
you more
example. Give example. Give.
You know the condition of government schools. Lots of girls they are there.
Obviously.
I will give you one incident happened in my life. I went to the college, and my teacher, female teacher, give me the question in Hindi, and I said, "Ma'am, this question is in Hindi, and I'm not able to write in Hindi, and please give me the English question." Teacher said, "Huh?" Because of reservation.
Okay, it's not the power of reservation. Even you can add your. Let me give him the very best answer. You are talking about you only met with that teacher who was female, but you cannot talk about that. There are still males are there. No, there are still males teacher are there who cannot answer your question. It's not about the reservation and all the things.
Please complete
Okay.
it, actually. All right.
Now my
Excuse me, भैया. One question is there, भाई ऐसा नहीं होता.
Which side भैया?
अरे अभी तो था, बैठे तो क्यों खाली कर दिया?
इन्हीं से पूछिए.
What is this, यार? One question, yeah.
I want to ask Mudit bro, you said women should not give reservation,
Should not be given.
should not be given reservation. Women had been given reservation on the basis of some grounds. And that ground is women faced a lot of problems. Right now, have the women's problem ended? Tell me.
Wow, that's great question.
okay. You said, first tell me the answer. Governments gives you reservation. Okay, the problems are ended. Yes or not?
Yes.
No.
Some problems are needed.
No. I said you earlier. The reservation is a temporary solution, not a permanent solution. Okay. First, we need to develop ourselves. Not we need the reservation. You are not able to speak in Hindi and you are not able to speak in English. You are not able to read the book. You need reservation that time because I am a girl.
What is
That is right.
Please now stop here because the time is not allowing me to do. We will continue next time, okay, on this beautiful topic. And if any viewers, okay, have any question, they can use the comment box. There may be something that may not be very great, okay, but this was just a debate, and in this debate the prime purpose was to improve our English, okay, and we have no rights to say anyone that reservation should be given or not, okay, because this is the talk about constitutions and all, and this is the rights actually, and here many things are to be done yet, so we must work for the betterment of society, be it is a man or a woman. They both are Indians. They need to be equal, and they should not be discriminated on their because of their genders and all. Thank you for watching this beautiful video. Please share, subscribe, and enjoy your time. Bye bye. Take care.